season of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a
Yes, it's something.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The sky splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
war dance. Here you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges. And a riot broke out in the Shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the Shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying a fish-like. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Goulet's escape. And we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises. And how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance? Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the ring. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Goulet will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely...
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Xianzhou hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated this...
Xiaoqiu always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush our... When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
When will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one war away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff. The good news is the two nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved.
They've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will be shipped. Now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable.
So, Yun Li, what do you think we should do?
Well, I believe we should declare martial law.
Your plan sounds reportedly solid plans ready against him. I mean, there are two parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's declared Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders will react? You're terrified. Chaos minds you. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. You've invested a lot of resources and manpower in organizing the war dance. I see it indefinitely will create numerous challenges for them. Of course, not everyone disagrees with you.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Who will escape the discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia? The child guessed that the fugitive is just one piece in the game. One controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and scare people in the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone voice, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does it.
So what do we do?
We'll search for prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if Nothing has happened. Xianzhou said he decided, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host.
That's why I called two of you here.
Master Yunli, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yanqing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huaiyan, are you...
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I...
Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou...
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an... We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukon, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison. Tell me more about the current state of the shackled prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding the Rumaton spectral envoys and spirit bearers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the two behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous.
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by Boris. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind.
I understand. I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start?
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Oke.
According to Lieutenant Yenching's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison indices.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borison were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borison share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borison to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed.
Indeed. This means that these Borison have a steady supply of the medicine within the Luofu. The disciples of Saint Dismethus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borison's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borison have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians and weaklings. Yet, in order to save the warrior, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously.
Taking off temporarily.
Our paths cross once more.
Incense ascends. Entwine. I captured the nature of the medicine in my senses. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borison.
That was stupid.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's...
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borison possesses. This is likely the work of Hula.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borison truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Linshaw. To the Alliance, Borison have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hula is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hula united numerous Borison packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous position over 7 centuries ago. I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hula appeared, even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin. Countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Thule with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have, by the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou June, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flame. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. Nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar.
All right. Let me tell you more about her as we go.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Boris in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also two Borisin disguised as members of the Skyframe Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Would the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to...
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Lingshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately,
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Boris. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. So the Boris kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a group? I wonder if you know why. Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead, imprisoned in the Xian.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule. An extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor.
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Boris. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the...
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive. Even after suffering such severe attacks?
The stench of evil. Be of your god, an imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. Ill tidings manifest.
Still waters uplift.
Enemy data secured. Network accessible. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It is a fall. Again.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough.
Destiny isn't chosen.
Ill fate descends.
Let's make sure he never moves again.
Memories are ever chick. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Another journey begins.
Marshmallow rabbit.
You haven't answered my question about why Hulei was imprisoned in the Luofu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hulei on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hulei's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just... well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin do.
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that rewards their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of Moonrage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions, each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of horses, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds within them.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions
Thank you.
once led
Yeah,
to tragedy
yeah, I will
in
do.
the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
I will see, man. I just wanna go.
Interlune.
What? I am open for the base.
By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
Okay.
That was a necessary training. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhous. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would have gained the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival.
If that's the case, I should
Quite the contrary. I should be the one.
thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long, drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland, and now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't it?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive. You won't even leave me any excuses to butt. Let me make it clear. I'm here to handle the
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Ling Sharp. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we?
incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Incense.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morse did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borson, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Their tracks.
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used cloud hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of his influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Videodera's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borson need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borson would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using cloud hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Videodera collude with the Borson and Aiden who lays escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of Luofu, Miss Lingshaw,
Take one.
I believe you
Yun
understand
lah.
implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu. Instantly, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fertility.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within...
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scalecourt quarters. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I had to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, and don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will...
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes the patient...
Delicacy. But isn't that...
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who...
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process. So you can't...
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge? You see Boris and his savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying. And the more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon.
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the three. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us.
Huli, have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to it? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts? Hoping you hope to return home, Lord Hulei? They're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaqing, by Foxian. They're hiding in the corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case...
The Merlin's claw Yaqing, a Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Mont,
He isn't lying. That lonely beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, there was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way.
This prophet, Mongus, what did...
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs. Restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation. The prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Luofu's war dance. And that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said...
Even if you managed to set Hulei free, you'd have no way to escape.
We've already prepared our ships.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Luofu.
Let me kill this unruly, lonely beast, Lord Hulei! I assure you that I'll stop right now.
Everyone in the Luofu is distracted by the stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, revenge against the Xianzhou
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now, since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Xianzhou, I'm now giving you a chance.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. Just as I suspected. These The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao put... For now, I'll do as he...
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But we need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance. Keep what quiet? I've been in this business.
I'm sorry, but the Realm-Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. Hey, although we're...
Hey there, I noticed.
Yes.
Could you please provide more detail? Wait, I recognize you.
I was brought here by the Borisin.
All right, I'll call for reinforcements.
hoyoverse.
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff. We need to hurry wherever we're going. Keep what quiet? Realm keeping commission?
I'm sorry, but if I can help you. Hi.
Dean Orison are hiding in the Exalting Sanctum.
Borison? Here?
These Borison are disguised as Foxians.
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find a soldier.
Go and stay there. 삭제된 머스터 스케일이다.
Stop asking. I'm off duty. You're not one of us. But I smell a familiar scent.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Ports haven't been closed. What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
You'll get Xianzhou.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business.
What are you trying to do, Moktok? They have nothing.
Nothing to do? I told you, remember? These people.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's life.
Oh, exactly as you said. So, they don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. Then, of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can... Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. But remember, the next time you refuse me, I'll crush.
Fine. You can torture me, here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture?
So, is that why the Xianzhou Yao Qing wanted to take me away? To some. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishment. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become. I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, hero. Well, then let me tell you in our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies, and become the man to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us, I thought, all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But, all right.
Xiaozhou, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly...
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Xiaozhou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate him where...
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate...
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his...
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster, a vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries, is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the... What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long.
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia are actually preparing a vest.
We predict their next move, and let's start from where you found those Borison and corner onward.
Shut up.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those two Skyfaring Commission staff members. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of two. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. And if you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Lieutenant Yanqing!
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news. I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you...
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's con. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it all right for you to be here?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more Stream 4. The gleam of old.
Freaking press the wrong button.
Who are you? Don't you know that Star...
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Xianzhou Luofu. If the sky...
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated.
That makes perfect sense. So you're not...
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection.
I knew they weren't suspicious.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yanqing. I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skips being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skips from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions...
Yeah, none of them are suspicious.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems...
I think he's genuinely here to investigate the star skips, as he claimed.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if...
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown as an excuse.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try...
Why are you still here?
No, I never issued...
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question. How many more of your comrades are here?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting?
Retribution will find you.
Life's like a good brute, my friend. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
Retribution will find you. Your face is dead.
I weep for the departed. It is a fall.
Tell Lord Bob talk about this.
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you want me to talk? Fine, try whatever you want, but I assure you.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of But sadly, you didn't catch my part there. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that...
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they check...
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave.
Well, just a hazy past that I can bear. The word Borison is only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a foxian who was born in one of the fallen tales. Naras were mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. Not only that.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Walza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's...
I found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save me.
I want to live.
Xiao Xiao, find a medical engineer and give that kid a shot.
I see. How is it?
The Borison beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place...
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like...
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was...
Her blood pressure is dropping.
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets?
I do.
So she saved you all in that great battle of the Xianzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. What a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borison. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by moon rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything.
Hule. All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives. But once again, they rushed into battle. Then I heard of their deaths. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron of death. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance. And a...
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borison, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed me, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, as the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you we will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been...
That doesn't surprise me. Mock talk. What's that?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war ants will be held on is about to set off.
Calm down, Mock talk. Look at you now, hiding and fearful.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can
hope. The Borsen have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong. But the strong, bringing me back instead of choosing a new master, only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock talk. Let me tell you how the Borsen will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xianzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs.
What great warhead! Our packs are not here! We can't...
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Don't come any closer. No!
Mock talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out.
Xianzhou.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou Luofu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of the Follow Me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles and do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to it.
Drums are going to burst. Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you? Mission my grandfather entrusted to me. You just relax and keep guard over the ring. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Luofu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Xianzhou as the ringmaster. About that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Juming. Terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way? Over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go!